Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel. Especially if this reading resonates with you, it is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Princess of Swords. This is a card about learning new skills. This is a card really about, realizing that we need to kind of expand our mind, that we have to explore sort of intellectually new areas of study, new fields of interest, right? So I feel like you're really in this kind of, you're really hitting the books lately. Yeah. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what other energies are with you right now. We have a 3 of Pentacles, an Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, a 2 of Pentacles, and a 9 of Wands. On the path of the Serpent, we have a 5 of Cups, we have a Queen of Cups, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician. Very nice. I kind of see in a way like it almost feels like you're kind of doing, like you're going back to school, that you have already a certain level of expertise, but you're sort of going back and pursuing something that you really love, whether it's continued education, whether you're diving into a new field, right? And developing new skills. It's like you're learning about something new, something that you feel very passionately about. And I think this is really changing your experience of life, Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And we'll just put it down right here with Tiny Bob Ross right on top. Happy little Bob. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and give us our confirmation. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, please leave a guess, a hunch, a prediction down in the comments. All right, let's use our intuition. So let's look around the room here. We see 3 major arcana energies, the Hierophant with the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. Now, the Wheel of Fortune's in kind of a funny spot because this is kind of the position of the energy that we don't want. So why would you not want the Wheel of Fortune, right? Well, I think really because this Magician wants to develop this skill on its own merit. You don't want any kind of luck. You don't want anything to be given to you. You don't want anything to be handed to you. No, this is something that you're earning on your own, And I think that the universe kind of likes that. And I think the universe is going to reward that. So it's kind of like, it's the support that you need from the universe. Green lights, doors are opening, things are happening. But it's because of your efforts. It's based on merit, right? And I think the Hierophant and the Magician, they're sort of 2 sides of a very similar coin, I guess. Because the Hierophant is sort of traditional wisdom. It's kind of saying like, there's a certain institution of wisdom, that there's sort of something that's been passed down through history, this kind of knowledge, right? And then there's the Magician that's kind of like figuring out how to do it on their own. This is the one that's bringing new gnosis, right? So we have this body of knowledge, and then we've got the Magician out there that's sort of gaining more wisdom to contribute to that knowledge body, right? So it's new gnosis here. It is new revelation. It is new wisdom that is being added to the sort of long tradition, long history of, let's say esoteric knowledge, right? And so I find that you're out here, you're sort of pushing the envelope. You're out here as a practitioner, as an experimenter, as one that is sort of, you're going outside the box, pushing the envelope, and you're tapping into that pure source of wisdom in the universe, and you're contributing to this sort of larger tradition, larger body of knowledge. Yeah. So I like the major arcana very much here. We have fire. We've got water, water, water. We've got a little bit of air. And we've got our earth cards. Okay. And the earth cards are very important too, especially the Three of Pentacles. It's a card called work. You're not afraid of hard work. You're somebody that is looking for new ways to do things. You're an inventor, you're an innovator, you're a magician. And the best magician is one that kind of can take the wisdom from the ages, can kind of build up a good foundation of knowledge, but then can innovate, can invent new ways of doing things. You know, it really is not to inflate your ego, but I feel like there is a certain genius in you, where you're trying to learn new ways to do something. You're not reinventing the wheel. You have the wheels, right? You have the Hierophant, all of that. You have the textbook, right? Knowledge. But now you're looking for ways that you can build upon that. You're sort of standing on shoulders of giants here, and you're becoming a giant yourself. So I feel like you're an inventor, you're an innovator, you're somebody that's looking for a new way to do something, a new approach to an old problem. Maybe you're sort of developing a new tool or some kind of a new technique for doing something, right? This is we're approaching our life in whatever your work is, whether this is a career or vocation, a hobby, whether it's some spiritual work, or I don't know whatever it is, something academic. You're really, I feel like you're doing a lot of research right now, looking for new ways to solve this problem, or new ways to fix something. Yeah, but this is a lot of devotion. I see a lot of blood, sweat, and tears with that Three of Pentacles. You know, and of course your ability to learn and absorb and assimilate new information. You have this idea of the student. You have this energy of approaching something as, you know, I'm going to learn everything that I can, and I'm not going to feel so superior to anything that I'm going to ignore certain sources of knowledge. You know, I feel like you're consuming everything. You're just trying to read and absorb as much wisdom, knowledge, and information that you can right now to apply it to something that you're working on. Yeah. And this something is based on this Ace of Cups. You're somebody with a deep sense of purpose. This is a purity within you. This is something that is heart-based. And I feel like your logical mind, that Princess of Swords, is very much the servant of your heart. Your heart wants this. Your heart is in it. Your heart is pure, and the mind is saying, "Okay, I'm gonna find every bit of useful information that I can, and I'm gonna just collect and collect and collect." Maybe just collecting all information, and the magician is the one that's going to sort it out later. But this is something that you really care about. There is a sense of purpose here. There is a deeper meaning to all of this work. Okay, whether this is your job, a career, or whatever it might be, it really is based on this purity of your heart. Okay, something that you really identify with, something that you really want. And I think that when you have this Ace of Cups, you tend to perform better. When you really care about it, you're going to put in the hours, right? When you really care about it, you're going to do whatever it takes. You're going to sort of sacrifice your ego in order to learn what you have to learn. Like, you're not above becoming the student again. You're not above, like, let's say, going back to white belt, going back to basics, learning all the information all over again. Right? You're not too good for that, right? So I like this. And then we see, of course, the Hierophant in the background. And I think that you have you have already a pretty intense educational background. Maybe you've already been some kind of a teacher or a mentor. You've already achieved quite a bit in life. So it's interesting to see the Hierophant sort of going back to Princess of Swords. It's kind of like the teacher is becoming the student again. Yeah. And I wonder if this is kind of like you are, you're choosing maybe to get involved in something else, something new, something that you haven't done before. You're applying your wisdom now to a new problem. And to do that, you have to return to that student energy. See, we have that Two of Pentacles up here, which is a card of change. So it may really be that you are sort of, you're choosing to begin something new that you've never done before, that's requiring you to go back to student mode, kind of going back to white belt. Maybe you're already an expert in several subjects, but you're finding something that you really care about, and you're saying, I want to do something different. You know, I feel an attraction towards something. Maybe you're learning a new skill, you're taking a new class, you're learning a new hobby, or you're getting involved in a new sport or a new martial art or something like that. You're doing something different than what your sort of, you know, what your long-term profession has been. Okay. And the Nine of Wands in the future position, it's showing that this is a difficult path. And if it wasn't, I don't think it would be all that worthwhile for you. So the willpower here is your, it's really gonna require you to stick with it. Yeah. It's not an easy problem to solve. If it was, you know, I don't think you would really care about it. If it was an easy thing, let's say you're learning a new sport, or you're learning a martial art, or a new skill, a new hobby, maybe something technical. It's not just a walk in the park. It's going to really challenge you. And I think you need that. I think that's what you want. That's why you chose this thing, right? The Two of Pentacles is you choosing to do something you've never done before. Because you really have an interest in it, and because it's not easy. If it's so easy, everybody would have done it and it wouldn't appeal to you. Okay? So it really is going to require your strength. Yeah. And now if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Now your general energy is this Five of Cups, right? This is a dissatisfaction, a disappointment. And I think this is sort of where all of this has come from. Because you, in that Hierophant energy, it's kind of like you're already good at that stuff. Being the Hierophant, it kind of seems like a boring thing, right? So there was a dissatisfaction in what you were doing previously. Your general energy is one where, I want something more out of life. There's got to be something different for me. I got to find something I really want, I really care about. Oh, there it is. Now I found it. Well, now I got to change. Now I got to grow. Now I got to, I've got something to be excited about. We kind of feel like a kid again, where we get to get up and put on the uniform and go out and learn how to play ball or whatever. So this is really livening up your life. It really is exciting you. Because otherwise, this Five of Cups is just like, I'm just not satisfied with life. There's something missing. Right? So we realize what that is. And now we're making the changes to go and apply ourselves to that. So this could be a new hobby, it could be a new vocation, it could be that you're going back to school because you just have this thirst. You have this desire, right, to explore, to grow, to keep becoming more than what you were. Okay? And it all has to really stem from a dissatisfaction. If we're completely satisfied with our life, we may feel bored and all this stuff, but it'll never cross that threshold to where we say, okay, something's got to change. Because we just get into that sort of routine, we get into the stability of life, and we just say, well, it's boring, but it could be worse, it's pretty stable. But getting to a 5 is like, okay, now I'm prompted to change something. Now I really am motivated. Things can't just stay the way they are, And so I feel like there's the dissatisfaction now has gotten strong enough that it's prompted you to say, I'm changing something. I'm going to pursue something that my heart really, really wants, and I'm going to apply myself, and I'm going to see how good I can get at it. Maybe this is saying, well, you know what? I'm going to finally start taking that painting class or that wood shop class, or I'm going to finally, I'm finally going to start taking jujitsu lessons or piano lessons or whatever it is, right? Because life can't stay the same, because there's something missing. That life had become too okay, that we needed a challenge, right? And with your Queen of Cups in the position of the environment, I feel like it kind of took you a while to figure out what this thing was, figure out what you wanted to really do now. And, sometimes with the Queen of Cups, we just stay on the surface, and we just sort of reflect what everybody else is doing. The surface of the water is very reflective. So it's kind of like, well, I'm going to do what the people around me are doing and see if that is satisfying to me. I don't think it was. So I think maybe we went a little bit deeper, and we said, well, what if I just figure out like what my desires are, what my appetites are, and I just start gratifying those. If I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. If I'm thirsty, I'm going to drink. If I'm tired, I'm going to sleep, And we just start focusing on the shallow desires, the immediate desires and their immediate gratification. I don't think that did it for you either. So you went deeper, and you asked yourself, what is it that my soul really wants? What am I really yearning for in life? I think you've lived a successful life. You had a lot of achievements probably already, a lot of accolades. Maybe you have a lot of diplomas on the wall, a lot of awards or something, but what is it that your soul really, really wanted? So I think you really had to search within, and you found it. You found that sort of holy grail that you want to go questing for. Yeah. But I think it was a long process, and I think it forced you to examine a lot of your relationships. Yeah. And so I think that you've reconfigured your emotional life. I feel like you've let go of a lot of things. You may have sort of drifted away from certain people in your life, and you've maybe found yourself a little bit more isolated, but you're focused more on the real quality things in life rather than just, having a full life with a lot of connections. I feel like you drifted away from a lot of things that you didn't really care about anymore, and you got in touch with those things that really matter. Yeah. And now the Wheel of Fortune. That's the fun card, because it really is like, it really is this this energy of expansion. It's like a good luck energy. It's like you got this lucky charm in your pocket, and you kind of don't like it, because it's like you want to take your lucky charm and throw it away, because it's like, I want to know that I'm succeeding, that I'm doing this, and that whatever results I get is a true reflection of what I'm capable of. I don't want to think, however falsely or naively, that all my success is because of this lucky charm that I have in my pocket. Because of this talisman or this amulet that I have. That's what's responsible for my success. So you don't want to rely on anything else. You want to rely on yourself. You want to say, if I succeed, it's because of me. If I fail, it's because of me. Because what if we succeed and we think, well, did somebody rig the game for me? Did somebody help me out when I wasn't looking? We see that trope in movies all the time, where it's somebody has a guardian angel that's doing all the hard work for them, and they think it's them that's doing it. They think, look what I did, but they didn't do it. It was the guardian angel. It was their best friend or their helpers or their minions or whatever that did everything for them. And so I feel like you're the type of person that doesn't want that. You want it to be what it is. If I win, then it's because I did it. If I lose, it's because I did something wrong, But we can't help but have the support of the universe. So I think whether you like it or not, the universe is going to open doors for you. The universe is going to put things, people, places, things, resources on your path when you need them. Okay? And this is just, it kind of comes with the territory. Yeah. Especially with this attitude that you have where you want to apply yourself and you want to achieve, you want to manifest this reality on your own merit. The universe rewards that. And it's kind of I don't know, almost gives a sense of irony, you know. Now, the Magician card at the end, this is real skill. This is saying that you're going to find that you pick the right thing because you are very good at it. And I think that you're going to know that this is really you learning and developing the skill and being really, really good at this. Yes, it helps to have a little bit of luck, but you did all the hard work. And this, whatever these achievements are, they're yours. Okay? I think you have a natural talent for whatever you've chosen, and you're developing the skill for that, and you really are going to become a master at this. Whatever it might be, a sport, a hobby, a musical instrument, I don't know. Right? But you're really going to excel at this. Now, I want to look at the mystery card. It's such a simple reading for you today, but it just feels so good. Right? There's not a lot of challenges. The challenge is that Five of Cups, and that was the impulse for you to sort of do something different, do something new in your life. So for the mystery card, maybe a 9 or a 10 of Cups, 9 or a 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, let's see what we have. Well, a 2 of Cups. It could be that you choosing this new endeavor, right, is going to put you in touch with a lot of quality people. It's really going to be that sort of the relationships that we were talking about, how you're drifting away from people that you really don't feel a connection toward anymore, because I think you're making room for really true, strong soul connections. Maybe romance, maybe new best friends, maybe, maybe a feeling that you have really found what you love. You found like what you're meant to do in life. Maybe all the Hierophant stuff from your past, all the diplomas on the wall, all the awards, they're fine, but they weren't really that thing, right? Maybe this is that sort of discovery of that purpose. Yeah. I think this is really opening up a whole new avenue of life for you. And it's really now you're living this life where this is your purpose, you know? And it may be very unexpected. You know, who'd have thunk it'd have been piano or collecting stamps or something? But it feels like it's very different than what you've done in your life previous. Yeah, this is something very new for you. But I think it's really you're going to feel the love. You're going to feel like you really belong in this new realm. Yeah. Wonderful confirmation, but really nice. Really, really good. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Pisces Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.